plates and platters, you're gonna wanna make sure that you use the brown bats. The brown bats don't have holes to them. The holes can cause you problems. If you throw big enough to throw past the holes, what happens is when it starts drying, the piece with the black bats, if you can throw so that it actually goes beyond there, when you pull it off, it suctions some clay down inside of it, and it's basically like two little fingers holding on. And when it starts drying, it needs to actually be able to slide in and dry with it and cause it to like go 10% in. It's got the fingers holding on, it will crack with a big, huge S crack in the center. I've even had a couple crack completely in half. So you have to make sure that you're on the ones that don't have the holes through. Alright, so alright, you don't need a huge piece of clay to make all the different things, so this one I'm gonna make a platter or plate like the other one. Through that, so I can see 'em. Alright, make sure this is dry when it goes down onto there, at least as close as possible. Hit it on. Alright, once again, once down in a downward motion. And then pull up. Now, when I'm doing these in their bigger pieces, I'm not only using my elbow or my leg, I'm also pushing hard on my forearm right down onto here. So this one too, the plates and platters, you need to start very, very wide. Now this one came on center pretty fast, so. There we go. You're gonna widen this out as far as you can actually. Now, if you're right-handed, you're gonna press in the center and you're gonna actually go out to the left. That's uncommon for most things. You're gonna be pushing it against the clay. So if you're left-handed, the clay's gonna be coming at you this way, you're gonna push the other way. So push in the center, my hand is on the side there and bracing on top of this. This arm has to be for strength and this arm has to be for stability. So this is like pushed into my leg. So push in and start widening. Now, the better you get with this, the more likely you can get to keep the sponge on the top so that you can actually just press a little bit on the sponge to add a little bit of water. Widen this out. Go almost as wide as the bat. Don't go quite as though, because when you pull this out, you're going to need to have a little bit of room for it to expand too. So this is about 3/4 of an inch thick everywhere. I don't want to go too far down because it's pretty close to what I need. So I'm going to press down in the center about halfway. And then I'm going to pull that clay out. Now this one takes quite a bit of strength, lots of pressure on top, on double fingers on top of each other. Press here nice and hard. If this curls up and over, it's going to come off on it. So, and then press down. full. This also, I'm gonna need lots of water because it's gonna start grabbing quick, so. I grabbed on my finger a little bit, so I'm gonna stop and level that out. Notice it's almost at the edge of the bat right now. As a matter of fact, it's touching it, so I'm going to kind of pull those together. Make sure I compress the bottom really good. This one has a tendency to crack big time, so you want to make sure that you've gotten it pressed out. Out and back a couple of times. It not only levels it out, but it also makes it so that it's a little harder. Alright, I'm going to slow down. Now, a lot of people think when they do a plate, it's different than the platter. It's not. A platter basically is just going to come straight up. So what I'm going to do is dig in at the bottom, because right now I have about an inch thick right here. If I pick this up, it's a little over an inch. I'm going to press in right here big time. Get stuff started coming up. Straight up as possible. Platter just basically is a big wide open bowl, more for serving and all that kind of stuff, and big fruit trays or fruit bowls. Dig in big time at the bottom and then start moving up. Alright, so if I was making a platter, I would stop here. And get all the water out of here. Make sure I give another little compress near the edge here. Push hard towards the outside though. I'm pressing down. And I'm going to compress the rim a little bit. Not pushing hard. Just taking all the slip off and kind of evening it out. So if I was stopping with a platter, this is where I'd stop. Take it off. I'm going to make this one into a plate. And make sure that the base is exactly how I want it to be. My finger and make sure it's nice and even down there. It is. Now, to do a plate, people will think that you should have hands on the inside and outside. You should not. You should always have so that it's just the tool that's on the top. You want to have a little bit of resistance basically from the outside. If you have your hand on the outside, it just gives it like almost like a suction downwards. It allows it to fall. So by pressing on the top here, and I made sure that it was kind of slippery, using the rounded part, go as straight down on the edge as I possibly can. Just slowly lay it out. Notice again I'm holding hard on my leg. There's the plate. Now I'm not going to be able to pull this off unless I take the pan off. So, very carefully slide the pan out. I'm going to pick this up. When you do this, you have to do this very specifically. I'm going to once again feel for the 3 dots. Here's the 3 dots on the sides. I'm going to pick up from there because that's right next to the bat pants. If I don't, there can be a little suction and cause it to kind of jolt when it comes up. If there's a jolt in this at all, this edge is going to go down. And so when you pick this up, you're going to just slowly disconnect it from both sides. Pick it up, keep it level at all times, and when you set it down, make sure that you don't hit one side first. When you set it down on a table or something, set it down nice and even, and make sure that when it's in your tub, make sure that it doesn't get picked up and set down hard. It will take nothing to allow that side to pop downward. So, okay. These we just allow to dry off of there. So, just just make sure the bottom is taken care of really well underneath. So it's got kind of a foot and it's nice and level. You can do some decorations on this if you want, once it gets to leather hard.